An egregor, also spelled Egregor, is a concept that originates from occultism and esotericism, representing a collective consciousness or a shared thought form that emerges from the combined energies, intentions, and beliefs of a group of people. The term is derived from the Greek word egregoros, meaning watcher or one who is awake, which historically was associated with certain angelic beings in early Christian and Judaic mysticism. Over time, the idea evolved to encompass a broader metaphysical concept, particularly within the frameworks of ceremonial magic, theosophy, and other occult traditions. Historical origins and development. The concept of the egregor has roots in ancient traditions, particularly within early Jewish mysticism, where the term was associated with the watchers or grigori, angelic beings mentioned in apocryphal texts like the Book of Enoch. These beings were considered to be guardians or watchers of humanity but later became associated with fallen angels who defied divine authority. This early association imbued the concept of an egregor with a sense of both protection and potential rebellion against cosmic order. The idea of a collective consciousness as an entity in itself, however, gained significant traction during the 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly within the circles of Western esotericism. During this period, groups like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn and various theosophical societies explored the notion that thoughts and emotions, when focused collectively, could create powerful spiritual entities or energies that existed independently of their creators. These entities were termed egregors and were believed to be capable of influencing not just the group that created them but the wider world as well. The egregor as a thought form. In modern occultism, the egregor is often understood as a thought form, a concept heavily influenced by the work of early 20th century occultists such as Helena Blavatsky and Dion Fortune. A thought form is a mental or spiritual entity created through the power of concentrated thought and emotion. When a group of people focuses their collective will and intention on a specific idea, symbol, or goal, they generate a thought form that can take on a life of its own. The egregor, in this sense, is a shared thought form that embodies the collective consciousness and energy of the group. For example, a religious congregation might generate an egregor through their shared rituals, prayers, and beliefs. This egregor would embody the spiritual and emotional energy of the congregation, influencing their behavior, thoughts, and even the physical space in which they gather. Over time, the egregor can become more powerful, potentially taking on characteristics and intentions of its own that may not align perfectly with those of the original creators. Egregors in ceremonial magic. In ceremonial magic, egregors are often deliberately created by practitioners as a means of focusing collective energy and achieving specific outcomes. The process of creating an egregor typically involves several key steps. 1. Definition of purpose. The group must clearly define the purpose and intent behind the egregor. This could be anything from protection, prosperity, or spiritual enlightenment to more specific goals like political influence or artistic inspiration. 2. Creation of a symbol. The egregor is often given a symbol, name, or form that represents its purpose. This could be a sigil, an icon, or even an imagined anthropomorphic figure. The symbol acts as a focal point for the group's energy and intentions. 3. Ritual and invocation. The group engages in ritual practices designed to invoke and empower the egregor. This might include meditation, chanting, visualization, or other forms of collective spiritual practice. The more energy and focus the group invests in the egregor, the more powerful it becomes. 4. Sustenance and maintenance. Once created, an egregor requires regular attention and sustenance from the group. This could involve ongoing rituals, offerings, or simply continued belief and focus. Without this maintenance, the egregor may weaken or dissipate. 5. Dissolution. If the egregor is no longer needed or if it becomes problematic, the group may choose to dissolve it. This typically involves a ritual designed to withdraw the collective energy and intent that sustains the egregor, allowing it to dissipate. Egregors and collective consciousness. Beyond their use in ceremonial magic, egregors have been used to explain various phenomena related to collective consciousness and group dynamics. In psychology and sociology, similar concepts exist, such as groupthink or the hive mind, where the collective mindset of a group influences the thoughts, behaviors, and decisions of individuals within that group. However, The concept of an egregore takes this a step further by suggesting that the collective consciousness can manifest as a semi-autonomous entity with its own will and influence. An example of this might be seen in the way certain social movements, political ideologies, or even corporations seem to take on a life of their own, driving the actions of individuals within them in ways that might not align with their personal beliefs or intentions. The egregore, in this sense, acts as a kind of psychic or spiritual engine that propels the group forward, often with a momentum that is difficult to control or reverse. Egregors in modern culture. In contemporary culture, the concept of an egregore has found resonance in various fields, from literature and art to political theory and psychology. The idea that collective beliefs and energies can create powerful entities has been explored in fiction, particularly in genres like science fiction and fantasy. For instance, the idea of a mimetic virus that spreads through shared beliefs and ideas, creating real-world consequences, can be seen as a modern reinterpretation of the egregore concept. In politics and social movements, the idea of the egregore has been used to describe the way certain ideologies or movements seem to gain a kind of autonomous momentum. For example, the way nationalism or populism can sweep through a population, influencing individuals and institutions beyond the intentions of any single person or group, could be seen as the manifestation of an egregore. Ethical considerations and dangers. While the concept of the egregore can be empowering, offering a way to harness collective energy for positive change, it also comes with potential dangers. One of the primary risks is that an egregore, once created, can take on a life of its own, acting in ways that are no longer under the control of the original creators. This can lead to unintended consequences, especially if the egregore becomes malevolent or destructive. In some occult traditions, it is warned that egregores can become vampiric, feeding off the energy of their creators and even leading to physical, mental, or spiritual harm. This is particularly a concern when the egregore is not properly managed or when it is created with ill-defined or harmful intentions. The dissolution of such an egregore can be difficult and may require significant ritual effort to safely withdraw the energies that sustain it. The concept of the egregore offers a fascinating lens through which to view the dynamics of collective consciousness, group behavior, and the power of shared beliefs. Whether approached from an occult perspective or through the lens of psychology and sociology, the idea that collective thoughts and intentions can create autonomous entities opens up intriguing possibilities for understanding how groups function and how ideas and movements gain power and momentum. While the egregore can be a powerful tool for achieving collective goals, it also serves as a reminder of the potential dangers of groupthink and the unintended consequences that can arise when collective energy is not carefully managed. As with all forms of spiritual and psychological practice, the creation and maintenance of an egregore require careful consideration, ethical reflection, and ongoing vigilance to ensure that the entity serves its intended purpose without causing harm to its creators or the broader world.